This is a big honor. You ready to see it?
I am, thank you.
Pull the cover back.
Oh wow, look at that.
If you guys didn't know, CJ Pony Parts carries RTR products, and if you guys are a fan of RTR like myself, then you're probably pretty excited about it. We've been hanging out with RTR all summer, and we've been to a ton of events for them, including the debut of the 2024 RTR Spec 2.
Now, speaking of the Spec 2, we had a very cool opportunity to present it to us by RTR. So obviously we're a parts dealer, but we don't usually build cars here. Well, they had a recent customer who saw our video, asked about getting his car converted to a Spec 2. RTR actually reached out to us and said, hey, do you guys want to do that? Because they knew we wanted to create content, we do installs on all these parts for you guys, we know you want to see all that. We didn't think we'd actually be building a car, but when the opportunity presented itself, man, we couldn't say no. So Corey and I are going to take all these boxes and a lot more stuff, and we're going to convert this 2024 convertible to a Spec 2 RTR.
So if you guys want to check out the installs, definitely subscribe and get ready to rock.
So obviously RTR is fully supportive of us doing this build, so this will be a serialized actual Spec 2 Mustang. Now, most of the parts we're going to do on this build are available right here at cjponyparts.com. There are a few special parts that are only available on the serialized cars. We'll get to that in a minute, but first what we're going to do is have Corey go through the car and explain everything included in the RTR kit.
One of the biggest changes with the RTR Spec 2 kit is going to be this front end. We're going to have a lower splitter, a lower grille piece, 2 corner pockets that are going to change out, and then we're going to actually swap out the upper grille with their signature lighting. And then on top of that, we're actually going to have an RTR hood vent. So this entire front end is going to change, and it's going to look absolutely awesome when it's done. Moving on to the side of the S650, we're going to end up putting on the RTR rocker splitters, the RTR quarter splitters, and of course the Aero 5 wheels wrapped in a Nitto tire. If you guys want any of these parts that Bill and I just showed you, you can head over to cjponyparts.com and pick them up today.
Now, I do want to mention, because we're doing a Spec 2 conversion, you're going to see a lot of parts that are not available unless you get a full-blown conversion car. That's going to include emblems and graphics and a few of the small things that we'll explain as we go through the build. I also do want to mention this is quite possibly the first convertible ever converted to an RTR. Now, the kit usually includes a rear spoiler, which we sell at CJ's. It will not fit the convertible though because of the third brake light, so we won't be installing that.
Ready to rock, ready to rock, ready to rock.
So we want to thank RTR and Ralph for trusting us to build this 2024 Mustang RTR Spec 2 convertible. This is one of the very first RTRs to be delivered to a customer, and actually the very first convertible. This is a big honor. You ready to see it?
I am, thank you.
Pull the cover back.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh my gosh.
So what do you think? A little different than when you dropped it off?
A little bit, yeah. I don't even know if it's the same car.
Couple of things here that's going to be different from just a factory S650. So for starters, the front end here, which is honestly the most iconic part of the kit. So you have different corner grills, lower grill, upper grill, and then of course the RTR signature lighting.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the hood, you have the RTR hood vent as well. And then coming to the sides, we have the RTR Aero 5 wheels, the RTR rocker splitters, and the quarter splitters, and then of course the graphics kit. Now, as far as suspension, we have the tactical performance suspension on the front and rear with both sway bars as well. So this thing's gonna handle so much better than when you originally drove it. And then as far as your interior, we have an RTR shift knob, and then you also have the floor mats as well too.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, look at that.
And then number 36 right there on the dash.
And then you got your plaque up there as well.
Yeah.
With the suspension changes from RTR, it is a different car. I mean, it drives so tight, so solid, handles so amazing. We set it up nice and neutral for you, so it's not real aggressive. You can drive it on bumpy roads, it'll be fine.
Okay, good.
Find some twisty roads, and you're gonna have some fun. So hey, let's finish it off, jump in, fire it up. He's in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this is gonna be your quietest setting. And then once the car warms up a little bit, you can press this pony over here, and then you can actually go into that race mode. So again, quiet,
Okay.
a little louder, sport, and then you have the track, which is the loudest. Oh, you gotta get more than that.